All right, what's good, everybody? It's Travis, and we have a special guest today. It is my man, Professor Felix. If you've been to Comix Cafe, you know the professor. He's there whenever we're doing Pokemon events, and we're really excited to have him here with us today because he's going to help us to think about these cards maybe differently.
Yeah, exactly. Every card has some combo with it. Yeah. So we're going to study some of the rare ones and some of the super rares. We get some trainer cards. Maybe give you some ideas in terms of deck building.
That's right. This is not going to be like a slugfest, like pack battle. This is going to be more cerebral than you're used to. Mm-hmm. I'm excited. Thanks for being here.
Oh, yeah. Anytime. If I can make it, for sure.
All right, let's get into it. Man, this is going to be so much fun. Ominous music.
I like making comments on cards. just thinking of ideas all the time on the fly.
Yep. So we have in front of us a sealed box. First of all, I'm going to rely on you for some pronunciations.
Sure.
How confident are you with your pronunciations of Pokemon cards?
The newer ones?
Okay.
The older ones? Yes.
All right. So let's just start with the set name. How would you pronounce the set name?
Paldea Evolved.
Okay, I've been saying it Paldea. I'm wrong.
I'm not sure. No, I don't know.
No, I'm taking. Like,
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't played Scarlet Violet yet.
Okay.
So I'm going with Paldea because that's how you pronounce it in Spanish, anyways.
Okay. And so you end up running tournaments more than playing.
Yes, correct. I only play casually most of the time.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to play competitively here and there, but I haven't been able to yet.
Just imagine having another judge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or my daughter usually is to be the one that wants to play.
Yes.
So I'll just sit back just in case.
Understand. All right. Let's get into it. Let's see what we got today.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
So are there any cards in this set that you really want to open?
I mean, there's Iono.
Okay. All right.
That's a very pretty looking one, though.
Yeah.
And the Arven one. I want to see the Arven. The secret Arven. That's going to be so pretty to look at, too.
Yes.
And Comix already pulled the boss's orders. So now we need to go to the next one.
Yeah, the boss's orders is pretty sweet looking.
Yeah.
All right, which side do you want to start on?
I'll start with the left.
Let's go left. All right, here we go. So the lack... There's a code for y'all. Thanks for joining us. The lack of pack tricks with this one is kind of disturbing because usually it was like 4 cards.
Yeah.
Now it's just like the one. All right, let's see what we got here.
For energy, you got a Love Disc, a Snover, a Fletchling, a Voltorb, a Fletchlider, a Toxicroak, a Ranguru, a Magikart, Reverse Hall. Loved it. I think I see something back there.
These foils are so deceiving. They look like there's something back there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Say Weavile once during your turn before you attack. When with this Pokemon moves from your bench to your active spot, you may sit 100% of this bench basic Pokemon to the active spot. So this is actually pretty nice in the sense that there's a lot of EXs now that are basic, and if you know you can knock one out, evolving into this can force them into the active spot, and you can knock them out.
That's pretty awesome. So I'm noticing that a lot of the cards that are really useful have this ability block.
Yes. So abilities are a big thing, especially because you can attack. You can use abilities and attack. It gives you multiple things to do.
Right. Okay.
It's just be careful with this one because you can only use it once.
Okay.
Because when it comes to the active spot.
Okay. So is that you can?
Yeah, you can switch it back and then switch it back forward. You can keep switching back and forth.
Right.
But it can get costly after a while.
All right. You ever think that the energy type is a predictor of what's going to be in the pack?
Well, I see some shiny thing back there, but I mean, there's 3 shinies in the pack.
There is something back there.
You can plug your Fire Egg, you got Pommel, Chakra, Bravery Charm. Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty.
Nice.
That's a cool trainer.
Rapska?
Yeah. Is it Rapsy? Yeah.
Raps SCA, I think.
It is
Tell
a C.
me.
Yeah, I haven't played Scarlet Violet. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be Rapska.
That's really cool. Trainer gallery, single. Oh!
Hey!
Is that what the one you were talking about that you're wanting to pull?
Okay. It's not. But that's still pretty good, though.
That's a pretty good card.
This is one of the meta decks that are going to start showing up.
Oh, my goodness.
Its ability searches for energy cards, and then his attacks hits for a lot. It has a very high ceiling.
Yes.
And then Excalibur in this deck lets you attach multiple energies. So it's like,
Wow.
This deck in itself is already a meta deck.
So we've got kind of our VIP section over here. We're going to put the other rares over here.
Oh, the full art one looks pretty though.
Very, very cool. All right, there's a code.
Hopefully it's a good sign.
I hope so.
Tropius, Hoppip, Duskbars, Electrode, Vigoroth. That's not bad though.
Reverse. Yeah.
And this is a stadium card. And this is a reprint.
Yep.
It used to exist in the past. So you have the old version, you can use it again. And Pokemon, which isn't okay.
Palma. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
It can get costly. And that's another wrong with that one specifically. And it's kind of sad because the Palma from the previous set doesn't have a retreat cost. It makes it easy to switch, but not this one. Nice.
All right.
Lightning. Let's see if I can try this.
Get in
Yeah,
it.
Great Ball. Oh man, that card's been reprinted so many times. Rita,
Still a good
Honchkrow, Sudowoodo, Choice Bell. Hey, that's back.
Reverse.
Yep. And
Gothita.
And yeah, that guy.
That's what I do sometimes. Like the pronunciation,
Okay.
I'm like that one.
So yeah, specifically Choice Belt, which is the reverse holo trainer card that we just got.
Yeah.
It's a reprint as well, and it's kind of ironic that we got it again.
We got a Great Ball, Choice Belt, and a lot of reprints.
Yeah, but Choice Belt in specific, it's a reprint, but it only affects V Pokemon. V Pokemon are gone.
Right.
So it's kind of a really weird situation with this one.
Okay. Is that kind of is that foreshadowing?
Well, I mean, we're moving away from V Pokemon already, but the fact that this reprint is in this set when there's no V Pokemon in this set is kind of redundant.
Right.
So once all the V Pokemon phase out, this card is useless.
Right.
It doesn't really do much anymore.
So yeah, unload your copies.
Yeah. Sadly, there are better cards now that you can use.
Uber.
Well, Uber, not bad. Combo use again. Look at that. Yep. That guy. They got Hoppip. And
A Lokix.
yeah, Lokix.
Lokix.
That Lokix is actually pretty nice. Because its first attack uses only one energy card, and it comes into if you evolved it during that turn, it hits for 130 for one energy.
Wow.
That knocks out pretty much almost any non-EX Pokemon that's basic.
Right.
So it's actually it's not amazing, but it's not horrible.
Right. You can do a lot worse for one energy.
Yeah, exactly. So 130 for one energy is actually pretty nice. Dino's always nice. Magikarp, Slowpoke. I'm glad that Slowpoke is legal now because now we can. There's like really weird combo you can do with that now.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe you can change my mind about Slowpoke because I'm just a Slowpoke hater and I don't know why.
Slowking is cool in this set. So
Okay.
if we pull one, I can talk about it.
Okay.
But I can talk about Slowpoke again later.
Tarountula.
Alright. One of those really weird names.
Ooh.
Hey!
Oh,
nice!
nice.
Forretress EX. I like the fact that these Tera Pokemons are all textured and
Love
stuff.
that, yeah. And
It's
that's
very pretty.
the way it's like it's exploding out of the card with the way that one is textured is very cool.
And once during your turn, you may search your deck for up to 5 basic ground energy cards and attach them to your
Wow.
Pokemon whenever you like. Then shuffle your deck. You search your deck this way, this Pokemon is knocked out. So there's two things with this one. The Pokemon will knock itself out.
Right.
So your opponent takes 2 prize cards.
Right.
But you search for 5 energies and attach them to your Pokemon. So that's a huge boost in terms of energy because you're only allowed to attach 1 energy card a turn. That unless you attach 5.
Put you
With
5
your
turns
turn,
ahead.
With your turn, that's 6 energies.
Right.
That's 6 turns ahead in a way.
Wow.
So it's one of those situations which is like a very heavy double-edged sword. And you can use it when it's about to get knocked out.
Right.
So you can attack with it, and when it's getting ready to get knocked out, just knock it out yourself.
So it doesn't have to be like at the beginning of your turn.
Correct.
It can be at any point in your turn.
Once during your turn. So it could be at any time during your turn. And it could be later in the game, too. So you could just be attacking with it. It's like, oh, it has 20 HP left. Anything's going to knock it out. Just might as well just knock it out yourself.
Yeah.
And you get to search for 5 energy cards.
That's pretty cool.
I like the shine on them.
Yeah, I know. It is very pretty.
Like the rainbow shine.
Right.
It has all those dots and everything, too.
Here we go.
Ah, that guy.
Tandemaus.
Spaghettio. Megamind.
So is
Partner.
Tandemaus a decent archetype? I'm seeing deck lists for that coming up.
I think it's a fun deck type.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be super amazing because it doesn't have a high ceiling in
Right.
terms of damage. Oricorio is kind of fun. And knowing sealed specifically, so when you play draft or you play a sealed deck or something like that, this is very nice. Because it just heals 20 damage every turn.
Wow.
And if you pull multiples of those, you're healing multiples of 20.
That's really, really good. And that's Sans energy. You don't have to have any energy attached to that.
Yeah, exactly.
To do any of that.
That
ability part. Mm-hmm. So.
See what you got this time. Another water energy card, the most broken card in the game. for this meta right now. So you don't have water energy card, you're going to build the best deck.
So blue players have a similar,
I know.
in Magic, have a similar reputation.
Yeah.
Oh, nice!
That's pretty!
Nice.
Oh, man! That's
nice.
It's a secret gold grass energy card.
The only thing would have made it better if it was blue.
Yeah, that would have been broken. It looks pretty, though.
It's
man.
So cool.
That looks so pretty.
Very nice.
Jeez. And the Boss's Order is always nice.
Not bad.
Like, Boss's Orders is a staple in a lot of decks. You need it if you want to win the game.
So that's like the best pool we have right now.
Okay, yeah, so we have, that's a really, really cool pool.
That is very pretty, too. Man, I still don't have the Psychic or the Water one. I want them so bad.
Maybe we'll pull one today. Let's see if we can do that. That'd be so
Psychic
cool.
and Water is what I play. Luke is my favorite Pokemon, so... Per night. So my pair. Tauros. The funny Tauros, because it's all sort of different types.
It's like blue and...
Yeah, it's a fighting, a water, and a fire. Yeah, Nibble. Gyarados. Gyarados is my favorite.
There he
It's
is.
another one.
You just
I like
called it. You just
I like
called it.
Gyarados.
I love Gyarados.
I like Gyarados too. This one is kind of okay. It can hit for 180 damage for 3 energies.
So
it's
what
okay.
is Gyarados?
Gyarados is like a giant shrimp.
Okay.
I would call it a giant shrimp.
Okay.
I mean, what was it's the permission since it's a disaster Pokemon, was it?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but I think it looks more like a shrimp.
I always thought it was like a sea dragon or something.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Dude, Pelipper is everywhere.
Yeah, I know. It's not bad, though.
He's in every one of the sealed decks, though.
Because, I mean, if you read its ability, it's when you evolve it, you
Yep.
can just search your deck or discard buff for supporter card.
Right.
That's really nice, especially if you run... That lets you help run your decks with maybe one tech card. Like, you're going to run one Boss's Orders. Pelipper makes it two, because you can use one and then Pelipper to grab it back.
Right.
So it lets you reuse some really nice supporter cards. And it's colorless.
Oh, I see something back there.
Super Rod, that's back! And that's a pretty good one. Because it
there's
lets you
something
reuse stuff.
There's definitely a textured foil back
Practice Studio is
Hopefully.
okay. But Super Rod is only be a staple. Oh! Fuller, Boss's Owners!
He
Nice!
called it. I think he called
That's
it.
It's not the secret rare.
That's a
though.
different version, yeah.
But
I was gonna say.
it's just the fuller one, which is pretty. It's still
Very-
pretty though.
Very cool. Yeah. Wow.
Nice, and that's a staple. Like you need Boss's Orders in your deck, at least one.
Wow.
And maybe once, because Serena's around, but even she only affects V Pokemon and we're moving away from those.
Right.
So Boss's Orders is one that people need to run. If you want to make a good deck, you need to have
Has
some.
to be in there.
It's kind of funny because one of the bigger tournaments, somebody won by using Boss's Orders, not to knock out a Pokemon, but to bring a heavy Pokemon to the active spot that they couldn't retreat anymore. And they were out of energy cards.
Oh,
They
that's
decked
brilliant.
They decked out.
That's brilliant.
They're like, Boss's Orders, they retreat. Boss's Orders again, put it back up. And
Locked
they couldn't
down.
retreat anymore. Yeah, they literally locked them out because they ran out of energy cards.
Oh my goodness.
It's like brain play right there. Like,
So, yeah, big brain. Big brain.
and that was actually I think it was in the seniors division. Mimikyu is very good. Mimikyu is one that you have to be careful for. Because Mimikyu has an ability that it cannot be damaged.
Okay.
Yeah, it says prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by EXs and Vs.
Oh wow.
If your opponent only uses EX Pokemons, they're locked out. They can't kill it.
Right.
So that's something that people have to start being careful for, and they start seeing psychic decks because you just won't knock it out, and it's just hitting you for 70 every turn, pretty much.
That's brutal.
So yeah, that's good. I'm always running one in my decks just in case. And Jinyu EX,
Very nice.
nice. I really like the
Love it.
EXs, man. It has all the starburst.
Yeah.
Man.
So it's funny that that galaxy. I've been calling it like a galaxy foil, but I know that's like a magic.
Yeah,
term.
looks like
Galaxy
a
has a
star.
bunch of circles on it.
Yeah. It's just the stars
think-
are just so.
Yeah,
cool.
this is getting closer to what it was back when the Wizards of the Coast had the game
Yes.
during the base sets.
right. Beautiful. Man, we're doing pretty good.
From over here, it looks like there's like a different type of shine.
It
There's
is.
like streaks, and then when you turn it the other way, it's like dots.
Yep, streaks and then stars.
I kind of like
Stars and streaks.
It kind of has both, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the fact that now the V Pokemons look like the EX's Pokemon look like this. Before it was just that rainbow shine, but now there's something more to it, so it makes it pretty to look at. Lightning Energy card.
Let's go.
Let's do this. Sneasel.
God bless you. Sneasel.
It's like, what? And like, why not? Why not Wobbuffet? Wobbuffet. Ramblin', Pineco, and well, no, it's okay. It's very niche because it just makes your opponent not. It makes Pokemon just can't be healed, but healing hasn't really been a strong strategy in a long time.
It would stop that one card you were talking about. The Oricorio?
Yeah, the Oricorio, but Oricorio itself isn't. I don't think it's going to be a card that's going to be used.
Not super common in decks.
That
Yeah.
card is kinda boring.
So
It occupies the space. It occupies the bench space, and the more competitive you get, the bench space becomes so important. So you have to make your. It's
This card is boring.
You have a couple of Pokemon that need to be in play, and then you got a couple of Pokemon that are just pure support.
You're right.
You need it.
okay. Is there a place where you can go and find like deck lists and kind of like what's being played now? Is there a place where you go where you kind of check that kind of stuff out?
I know the Pokemon website has usually decks from Worlds and stuff like that, so you can keep track of those. And there's Facebook pages, and I know it's more of a repository. I know PokemonCard.io has a bunch of decks in there too. It's an open source one. There's a bunch of ads though.
You ever go to Justin Basil? Justin Basil?
Justin Basil?
It's a website.
Ego.
Justin Basil.
Nope.
It's a really, really cool site.
I need to check.
Yeah.
They've been kind of out of loop. That's gonna be a nice deck though.
Which one?
Your Unify Wings. The United Wings.
So
it's like the new Night March /
Okay.
Because the more Pokemon with United Wings you have, the more damage they're gonna hit. And they're all single prize Pokemon. So your opponent has to knock out 6 of them to win.
That's so cool,
Well, if your opponent uses EXs and you just need to knock out maybe 3, and then you win the game. But
Right.
these knock out 6. And it can be a pain. Skiploom! I like Skiploom.
I haven't really...
I think this is a Skiploom that... this one prevents damage. This is a fun niche deck.
Okay.
Because, if it would get damage, you flip a coin of heads, it doesn't get hit.
Okay.
That's cool.
As long as you keep flipping heads, your opponent can't kill it. These are really, really fun decks if you want to mess around with your opponents. And this deck is not bad. I mean, it hits for 30 to the active and 30 to a bench. Like, it's hitting for 60 damage total for one energy card. That's not bad.
Pretty fantastic, right?
Yes.
For a person
And it combines really well with the Jump Bluff from Rapid Strife.
Okay.
Because that Jump Bluff attacks twice per turn.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Really?
Oh, okay, yeah. I got a reverse
For a
Locust.
person that
Nice.
likes to collect Pokemon cards like me,
That guy.
and I
That's
don't know how
kinda
to
cool.
play it, this is
He's kind of like that one in the sense that if it gets knocked down and you flip a heads, your opponent doesn't take your prize card. So,
Oh, that's
yay,
crazy.
nice for knocking out a Pokemon.
Yeah, good
and this
job.
deck is actually pretty nice too, because with one energy card, it poisons a Pokemon. And how poison works is every time a turn ends, they take 10 damage. But this poison makes them take 60. So every time a turn ends, it's 60 damage. Your opponent ends, 60 damage. Your turn ends, 60 damage. That's already 180 damage in poison alone.
So is that for each time you've hit them with that ability?
No.
Okay.
That's a marker that stays on
Oh,
the
okay,
Pokemon
okay, got it,
until
got it.
they evolve it or retreat it or
Oh,
do
I see
something
that now.
with
Yeah,
it.
it's a poison.
And you can combine this with an old the Radiant Sneasel that makes poison do 20 more. So that turns into 80 damage per turn, which is actually pretty nice.
It's hard to deal with.
Yeah, it gets really annoying. You're forcing your opponents to retreat all the time, and they're going to run out of energy cards.
Then you just lock them out.
Yeah, that brain play from earlier. That's an actual legit strategy. Wingull, Pineco, Mankey, Detective, it's all this. Shold.
Oh.
That guy,
Giacomo?
Giacomo.
Giacomo?
I haven't played
Luxray?
Scarlet Violet. I don't know. Luxray's pretty cool. I think this is a luxury that once in your turn, if this Pokemon is in your hand and you have more prize cards remaining, you just put it on your bench. So you don't need to evolve into it.
Right.
So the only thing is that it does need a huge chunk of energy cards. So it's a hit or miss. It's more maybe a techie card in case you can run some multi-type energy cards,
Right.
and your deck is gonna struggle with water types.
Right.
Run one. Let's see. And I mean, if you run it with Excalibur,
Right.
which is in the set, you can attach multiple energies. You can surprise opponents with it.
Huh. Is there a side deck in Pokemon?
No.
Okay.
That's why the deck space is very important. Bench space is you don't get a side deck.
Right.
So this is a game where you might be running a few one-ofs,
Right.
just in case you encounter
Just to
those
tech
specific-
something.
Yeah.
But, yeah, okay.
To both and then draw and hold head and Raichu and Squadro.
Pulled a full art of him. Oh, nice.
Yeah, Florgato.
That
That's
is
nice.
That is
that
really,
EX?
really
It's
cool.
pretty. No, that's
Oh, it's a trainer guy?
a stage one. Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks pretty though.
Very cool. It almost looks like, so they, like, I don't know, probably just because it's a cat, it looks like cat scratches. From
Kind of, yeah. And that guy.
and that guy.
Florgato's pretty though.
A lot of good pulls on the first side.
Yeah, we're doing really, really well.
Yeah, that's all on the left side. There's a woo.
Yeah, we
That
haven't
means
even
that
got,
Rice is gonna have nothing.
like, so anybody want to buy a stack of packs? No,
Exactly.
not
He's
how
not
that-
been weighted.
That's not how they work.
And not only the other, like,
So weigh in on that. What do you think about people getting online and some of these people that are doing that? Like, I watch it, I'm like,
Yeah.
it feels like they're trying to be scientific. Like they're trying to
Yeah,
but then I go-
it's kind of extreme.
yeah,
It's changed. It's changed though, because Pokemon try to make their code cards weigh differently.
Right.
So packs are getting a little
that's
harder.
smart.
It's getting a little harder to weigh.
huh?
So that's why sometimes you can see the code cards are different designs and stuff. Oh, Grisham, nice. Shinx. And Hariyama, that guy.
I didn't
Right.
realize that they were making the code cards way different.
Yeah,
That's-
some code cards. I know they did that for a while during. I think it was in the X and Y or during Sword and Shield.
Okay.
Where some code cards were weighed differently
that's interesting.
to kind of combat the weighing, because that was a big problem, especially in big chain stores.
Yes.
It's a common practice for people to buy stuff, weigh the packs, and return them because they know there's going to be anything in there. So always, please buy from your local game store.
LGS is yes, and he's not just saying that because
No, yeah, I mean, you want to support a game store that is going to hold your tournaments, going to hold your cards.
Exactly.
So you want to help them out, and big chains don't hold tournaments. So it's like
I was like, when's the last time Walmart held a tournament for you to go to?
the
or
last
Amazon?
time. The last time a big retailer held tournament was back in like early 2000s. That was Toys R Us, and where's Toys R Us?
Right. Ugh. Sad.
I know, sorry.
Part of my childhood.
Where's Spiritomb? Where's Spiritomb?
Uh,
That Earthworm. Man, I saw so many in the previous ones. In the previous boss breaks. Like,
Yes.
hey, look, another
Earthworm, another Earthworm.
Another one,
We
another
pulled a
one.
full art Earthworm. It's like, okay.
I got the playset. Hey, we can put them on
We
today.
did have a playset of Earthworms. I was like, okay. I'm done with this card.
Yeah.
It is a very, it's probably the cutest version of an Earthworm I've ever seen.
That's true.
Which,
It's like a smiley face almost.
yeah. No, it totally does, but it's hard to make an Earthworm cute, and they've done it.
Yeah.
So,
I'll be looking
congratulations.
into going through in Comix Cafe. I'll be making a bunch of decks with a bunch of the cards that they have. So if anybody's interested in getting some really cheap starter decks, they'll have those available.
That's cool.
Yeah, that guy. It's not bad. I mean, it discards an energy to draw 3, but it's a stage 2, so it takes a while to evolve into it.
Right.
And it does say for 180 for 2 energy cards if it has a special attached, which is not bad either. But getting to that is a pain.
Right.
That's the problem with that one.
who's the max?
That was very good for like the gym leader challenge format and stuff like that.
This is.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's a singleton format.
Right.
So why not just run that one?
And it's really funny that we have,
Yeah, look at the special.
we got the special energy that you need
Special
for that card.
Yeah, and that's a nice one though.
Yeah.
Luminous Energy counts as any type. It provides 1, but it's any type.
Really good.
So, like, if you're running that techie Luxray that we were talking about earlier,
Yeah.
that could be your lightning energy.
Yeah.
Because it can also provide water for your water types,
Right.
for example.
That's fantastic. So how many of these can you run in a deck?
You can run 4.
Okay.
Because it's not a basic energy,
Right. So
you
it's,
can
yeah.
run 4.
Yep. That makes sense.
You can run it with, the random Luckix, like, there's a grass type, attach that Luminous Energy. Let's just hit it for 130, because why not? Oh, it's weakness, 260.
All right. That was the left side.
This is a pretty good pull for the left side.
Not bad to start.
Oh, and the
Right.
grass energy looks very pretty.
Let's see how we
I know.
do the other side
Let's see
of the pack.
if you can put this box to shame. Let's see, Uber, Pikachu. Oh man, more Pikachus. I have way too many. Iono, finally won.
It's a good.
One.
It's a really good card. So that's going to go over here, kind of like with the rares.
That's going to be a staple. Like N was a staple for so long, and this is the new N. Like you want to run Iono. Like there's no questions. You need to run it.
Another Oricorio.
Yeah.
Into
the Weavile, the one that forces your opponent to switch back, and you get to pick. So that's a nice thing
that's
about
really,
this Weavile.
Yeah, that's nice. I didn't catch that part that you got to pick.
Yeah, your opponent doesn't. Is you get because this specifically reads. When this Pokemon was your bench to the active spot, you may switch in one of your opponent's bench basics to their active spot. So you, as a player, get to make them decide what to bring up. So you can always bring them their weak stuff, or like Gardevoir is a popular deck,
right?
Yeah,
or the big stuff.
Yeah, Excalibur is going to be a popular deck. You can bring their basics in before they evolve them.
Okay,
and then you can start knocking them out and bring back their strategies back. It's a stage 1, so it evolves very fast. Hey, Grass Energy, because we got the gold one already.
Yeah, we got a gold one. That's fine.
Super Rod is nice, so that's definitely one that people want to run.
Is that a reprint as well?
Super Rod is.
Yes. Okay.
And it's not a staple, but it's always nice to run as a one-off because you can reuse your energy cards and basic Pokemon. You start running out of cards.
So you can kind of control what your opponent's drawing with this card.
Oh, Gothitelle? Yeah. It's the only problem that I have with Gothitelle is that it's a stage 2. But you get to control what they're going to draw, and for 120, you can make them discard a card. So with Iono, this goes very well. Because Iono, the trainer card, makes your opponent shuffle back in. And if they're winning, they're going to draw less. And Gothitelle is going to make them discard more.
Right.
So you can start shrinking down their hand very fast.
Their hand pretty empty.
It's a stage 2. It's just always hit or miss. And Snow Mountain, that's a nice one, depending on decks. Make sure when their Pokemon go into the bench, they get hit, pretty much.
Huh.
Non-water Pokemon. But this is a water set, so... Hey, it's Tomb! The one that we were talking about earlier.
So, the V thing.
Yeah, it's another one.
That seems like a pretty big miss.
Because once Sword and Shield rotate out,
right?
We'll only have Scarlet Violet, and there's no V Pokemon anymore.
I mean, is that a way for them to kind of make that transition, like force a transition, as opposed to just immediately?
What I'm kind of don't like that what they're doing is that they're using the special text now that some cards are saying you Pokemon with a rule box. V Pokemon is a Pokemon rule box. Why not just make them all just start standardizing that?
Right.
It might just be a matter of time. More and more cards are coming out that way. White, Felix, Hobby, Jet Nerdy. That's a nice one. Wingull, because you need it for...
Oh, there's something back there.
Golden
What is a shame?
Golden Water Energy.
Pikachu EX. Nice.
I don't mind.
Nice.
That's pretty, though.
That is very pretty.
It still has the stars. It's like... Let's see. Flip a coin to tails to Scarlet Energy. Ouch. But... This Pikachu actually has a bunch of pluses, though.
Okay.
It hit first to 20, which is a good amount.
Right.
For a basic Pokemon. And if you flip a heads, you don't discard energy. But the biggest thing that I like about this Pikachu is its retreat cost. It doesn't have any.
Oh, wow, yeah.
You switch it for free.
It's not, yeah.
So that's always nice.
So if he loses energy, no big deal.
Yeah, exactly. You just retreat it back.
Is that the first pull of the right side?
That's the first big pull of the right side, if we're not counting the Iono.
That's a big one to use as like Warp Point. Escape Rope. Warp Point is the old Escape Rope. The Escape Rope lets you both and your opponent switch.
Okay.
You can switch it to Pikachu and then switch back for someone else.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Huh.
It's good to like getting rid of special conditions, or if you got smoke screened or some effect that's really bothering you.
Right.
You can Escape Rope into the Pikachu and just switch back to the original one.
That is brilliant.
Love Disc. That guy. Fletchling. Voltorb. Ah, that guy. Come on. Talonflame.
Choice Bell.
Another reverse choice belt.
Isn't it like useless?
Choice Bell.
Electro.
Well, it's not completely useless, but it's going,
Not
it's going
totally
to be.
useless, but it will be.
It's going to be.
Wait for it.
Yeah. And then fighting Pokemon is kind of awkward. Because it heals for a bunch, but it's a stage 2.
And is that a way that they kind of feels like it's a way that Pokemon deals with power creep? Like they'll make something good, but they'll like make it a stage 2, and it's like not as good.
They have been better than in the past. In the past stage 2s, some of them were very underwhelming. but they're getting a little better.
What a coincidence. We were just talking about fighting type.
I know. Champion Scribble again. That guy. Waxwell. Luxray, look at that. A shiny. The reverse one.
Reverse Luxray.
That one's kind of fun.
No. Dunsparce.
Yeah, Dunsparce.
Dunsparce.
The Tactiga way is kind of interesting. If you can set it up, well, you can technically set it up with like Excalibur and stuff. It hits for 100, gets shuffled back into your deck, but it paralyzes your opponent's active, and if they're paralyzed, they can't retreat and they can't attack.
Huh.
So they gotta use it. They gotta use effects or abilities or trainer cards to get them back out. So it's nice to set up some pretty nice knockouts.
So it has a chance of.
That's cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Another Orthworm.
This Pokemon has 3 or more metal energies. It has 100 more. So it has 230. It's a basic. 100 and it does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench. It uses 4 colorless. It's okay. What I do like is that it uses colorless energy. It's a smiley face. Earthworm. But what is nice is that it uses colorless energy, so you can put it anywhere.
Right.
And if you use it in the deck, like with Excalibur or even with a Forretress from earlier, you can automatically set it up in one turn.
Huh.
That's cool.
If your opponent's weak against ice, like I think Shimpao, I think it's weak to steel.
Yes.
So that one shots that pretty much.
Huh.
Well, almost. It does 100. So you do 200, but you attach like a Vitality Belt or something to do a little bit more. That's it. Those bars, there it is.
It's not the Dunsparce.
Yeah, that's the
Dunsparce. Is the stage 3 Dunsparce?
We'll get there pretty close. Or Dunsparce.
Dunsparce.
Heracross. Yeah, that guy. That's Zamero. Jigglypuff. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, man.
Wow.
That is glorious.
Wow.
And it's not even the last card.
I know. You pulled a gold grass energy and
something else back there.
Tianglu. Man.
Something else back
If it's
there.
a double pull,
That's pretty. Then what was it affecting? What's his ability
amazing.
again? As long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, your opponent's Pokemon in play have that have any damage counters on it had no abilities. So that's really nice.
Wow.
Is his
It
name
shuts
Tinglu?
down all of their abilities. Yeah, Tinglu. So if your opponent's Pokemon have damage counters, they have no abilities pretty
That
much.
is
As long as it's active.
That's just like.
It's a
both of
very
these.
good one. And
That's
it's
just both of
a
these.
basic Pokemon too. So it's very easy to. The only problem is the retreat cost. So you can get that. You can get hit by the brain play and then you lose.
So that card's like OP.
It's not overpowered,
Oh, and
but it is
Tyranitar.
very techy.
Poor
that was a-
Tyranitar.
I mean, we're getting a new one.
Yeah, no, that's good.
You're getting the Lightning Tera Tyranitar in the next set.
Okay, so we are. I'm gonna slide this stuff over
There's so many pools.
because we've got the triple gold star, double gold star, single gold star, double silver, double black, and a whole
Pretty
stack of.
close.
We're almost hitting for the cycle here.
Yeah, well, I think we almost got every single rarity, which is actually pretty nice. Ooh, let's see. Darkness. Hop up again.
Darkness, my old
Sadly,
friend.
that this Hoppet doesn't have a retreat cost. I like the Hoppets that don't have a retreat cost.
Hoppets?
It would make
It's a very light Pokemon.
It's thematic.
Yeah.
Hop it.
I don't know how to say
It's
it.
that, and it's kind of based on like a flower speckle.
Okay.
So it just gets blown by the
What's
wind.
that?
There's a bunch of Hoppip, Skip Blooms, and Jump Puffs that don't have retreat costs, which is kind of nice.
I know.
Hey, look, reverse Creep Ball, because we need more. Yes. Oh, that's pretty.
Man, hit.
Oh, man. I like the fact that now they bring more foil cards to get more chances to pull random stuff like this.
Yes. Well, and I've heard people say, I like the fact that there's more pulls, but they don't like the fact that there's so much variety because then you're not going to get the one you want as often.
Yeah, that is true.
It's like,
But I mean, before you had only one foil card per pack.
Right.
Now you got two. So it can pull. You can sometimes even pull two EXs into a single pack. It's rare, but it can happen.
Into a slacking.
Slacking. If it wasn't a stage 2, it'd be good, but it's a stage 2.
Slacking.
Slacking. Slacker.
That's pretty much it. It's sleeping all the time. Man, we've only pulled one Iono. It's like an ultra rare card.
It's so hard to pull. It really is.
I know, but it's so important.
At least we
It's
pulled
so
the boxes
good.
order.
Let's see the broken card, Quacks, Rellor, and Ice Cube.
Hey! Called it. Second one.
Talking about Iono. We put
Second
another
one.
one. That's cool. Hunting all night.
Fighting what?
Hunting.
Luxury.
Luxury.
Boring.
That Tekken card, but we pulled a Yono.
We did pull a Yono, yeah.
Sadly, that's the most expensive.
Definitely the best card in that pack, yeah.
Luxury,
But it just shows how important it is.
boring. Yono, cool.
Card. Slowpoke. Yeah, so the Slowpoke.
Yeah, you gotta, again.
Bring up those. This is like a Slowpoke. I think I gotta talk about it. So in Pokemon Go, that pack brought us Slowbro. That's a water type.
Right.
And it uses 2 energies for it has a really weird attack. That is, like, you can only use it if your opponent has 1 prize card left, and you just take 2. You take 2 prize cards. That's the attack.
That's the ability.
But because it's a water type, if you were to run it like in Gardevoir,
Okay.
it wouldn't work because you can't Gardevoir and attach a bunch of psychic energies to it because it's not a psychic type.
Okay.
But Slowpoke is. You can use Gardevoir to attach 2 psychics to it, then evolve into Slowbro, and then Brain Play. You take 2 prize cards.
That's interesting.
So that's, if you can set up a game like that, you can win some really surprise games like that. Have your opponent pick up some prize cards, then knock out 2 EXs. You got 2 left. Your opponent knocks out some. Your opponent's at 1 prize card.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
Slowpoke, 2 energy cards, Slowbro. I win.
Jeez.
So it's one of those really techie niche situations that exist now because that's it. I'm actually running it.
Do you play
I haven't-
Pokemon Go?
I played Pokemon Go, but it's more for the trading card game.
That's cool though.
Ah, that guy.
I'm learning. so
Oh,
much.
hey, Primax, and that's the reverse one because you need those for the Excalibur to kind of get the shiny tax in your deck.
That's right.
The more shiny your deck is, the more luck you're gonna get.
It's a miscut on that one pretty badly.
Oh, it's a good one.
There's a real thin on
Yeah.
this side and thick on the top and the left.
Rip it. And
That's
see if
nice
it's real.
though. Yeah, there's
It's the second one.
there's a niche market for miscuts
Stuff like
those.
that, yeah.
I have some pretty crazy miscuts as well, and I love to collect those. The unplayable miscuts that you
They have,
see
like,
you see
yeah.
another card underneath
Yes,
it.
yeah. Or the ones where it gets caught in the packaging machine.
Yeah, exactly.
It has the ridges.
Yeah, those are unplayable too because then be just marked cards.
Right.
That's that guy coming to Stone Mountain.
Nice.
Alright. Ours is nice. So this stadium is going to be very important for a lot of decks. It's a stadium card, so when you play it, it stays in play. Oh, it's a Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, sorry.
But
Yeah,
anyways,
I just spoiled the whole pack.
but Artisan is very nice because it's a stadium card, so it stays in play. Your opponent gets to use it too, but it searches for any basic Pokemon from your deck and put it sitting in your bench. Your opponent doesn't use those type of basic Pokemon, and you don't get to use it like you do.
Right.
So it's a nice alternative to a card like Nest Ball, which is a trainer card that searches for a basic Pokemon.
It takes up a
but
whole-
this, as long as your opponent keeps it in play, you can keep using it every turn. Now, it's not just be mindful what your opponent is playing. You don't want to play it if you know your opponent doesn't use any X's and V's.
Right.
So,
Right.
and it gets rid of your opponent's stadiums too. So it's a very nice one.
Rule boxes.
Yes, it's a very nice one. That guy.
Mashold.
Yeah, and the super,
Mimic-
yeah,
the
like
Mimikyu.
Mimikyu is Mimikyu. Like that's a very good one.
I
Like,
want to make that in my deck.
definitely a card you need to be careful for
Yeah.
because that was always a problem in every single generation. Like Sigilyph was during Black and White, and
Right.
that had safeguard, and I wasn't paying. And Decidueye during
You said Decidueye?
there was a Decidueye
Uh-huh.
who had the same thing that cannot be damaged by V Pokemon and I think it was just V Pokemon at the time. Was V Pokemon something else, but it couldn't be damaged by them either.
Right.
And that always caused some pretty wacky games. You know, where you gotta tech Pokemon that don't have rule boxes to make sure that you can knock them out. Hey, Dunsparce, not the stage 4. Like Dunsparce. Hey, oh, nice, another one.
Second
That's
Pikachu.
bizarre. I have not seen that in a while.
Second Pikachu.
Second
Wow.
Pikachu in the same box.
All right.
Nice.
Take it.
I
That's
don't have one yet.
I,
need to get
I was
one
gonna say it feels like this is one of those cards that pretty much even people that don't play Pokemon they'll see that card and be like, oh, they're just kind of drawn to the Pikachu for some reason.
Yeah.
Like some of the other stuff, they're like, I have no idea what that is.
Yeah.
And Pikachu is so
It's
recognizable.
bizarre. I did not expect you to pull the same EX twice.
Same EX twice, yeah. And there's so many. Yeah, like I said, there's so many of them.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
really, not a common thing to do, but
Yeah, I don't have that
So
Pikachu.
cool.
I need to add it to my 100 Pikachu collection.
There you
I
go.
currently have.
you
Artisan,
do
that's
have an impressive Pikachu collection.
I posted it in Discord.
Yes.
And I'm still gaining more.
Okay, so it's our...
This is a reverse holo. And, the Fighting Taurus. And we pulled the water one earlier.
We did.
There's too many Tauruses.
Oh, full art Noivern.
Let's
Nice.
go.
You pulled a bunch of Noibats. This is a nice one, too. Because its attack, hitting for 70 for 2 any energy cards, makes your opponent not attach special energy cards.
Right.
And... No, prevents all damage from basic Pokemon. Thinking of another one.
Wow.
So, yeah, if your opponent uses basic Pokemon all the time, then I can't do anything.
That's cool.
It's a very... I love that. Like, there's like a ridging.
Yeah, it's a very big techie card that you can use, too.
Oh, that's cool. Like if you change it like over here, like the ears like
that's
change
a lot of
color
texture. It looks freakishly pretty.
shine.
It's glorious. That looks pretty.
Amazing.
All right, man. This is...
It has the double. Oh man,
This is the lucky box.
that's a pretty good box. Like, there's a lot of really nice cards in here.
Iona.
Here we go.
It's not gonna happen at this point.
Never know.
We were asking too much. Sneeze a little hunch crown. Under Wasteland. Primate. We haven't pulled an Annihilate yet. Spiritomb, that guy.
Spiritomb.
The sad Spiritomb.
Oh. Wrong pile. All right, we are down to 5 packs.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Pokemon packs are just so like joyful to open.
Right?
Yeah, I kind of agree. Even as, at least just to look at the art, because it's something like
Yes.
it has some pretty nice art, and it's all original art made for the game. Requestful Delivery Drone. That's a random card. It's
Very interesting. Not seen one of those yet.
yeah, I haven't seen one, but it's a hit or miss because you gotta flip 2 coins. You gotta flip 2 heads.
Wow.
Right now, people use Chromatic because that's a guaranteed. Well, almost guaranteed. It's a 1 less coin flip to kind of pull one. Hydreigon! That's a big retreat cost. Once during your turn,
Uh-oh.
you may look at the top 3 cards of your deck and attach any other cards to it. Find the heir to your Pokemon any way you like and discard the other cards. It can kind of ramp up energies,
Right, okay.
but it's a hit or miss. Like if you don't pull any, you just discard 3 cards on the top of your deck. And decking out is a thing. Doesn't happen frequently. Games generally go faster than that. And it only hits for 180. Just like I'm not sure. Is it really worth it?
All right. We have had big hits in the last 3 or 4 packs before.
Got it.
So don't give up hope.
Wingull, Pineco, Risha, Smagus, Fletchling, Dino, and Tigadron. No, the same one as the other one. Discard 1 and draw 3.
Yep. So are there different... I was noticing it seems like there are different prints of some of these, like the same name, but it's a different...
Yep, it happens frequently. I think we had a on during the last set too.
Yeah.
It was different. But I think I've seen a lot more stage 1s and basics that are different, different versions of them in the same set. And it really matters depending if they have more HP or more retreat costs, because that's a big thing.
Right.
And like, for example, Excalibur's stage 1, Excalibur's basic Pokemon, one of them I think has a 1 retreat cost and the one has 2. But one has more life than the other. So you got to play it out. Do you want more life or do you want a lesser retreat cost to retreat better?
It's an interesting deck building choice.
Yeah, that's kind of how it falls into. Pikachu, and that guy, and that guy, and that guy, and Dendra. And, I like that one. And that guy.
Rabska.
We went back.
We went, like from our very first pull out of this
Yeah.
box.
And I can actually read it. It's not an E, it's a C.
Yeah, that's...
It's a Rabska with a C. Your opponent's active Pokemon's not confused. So that's kind of nice. It's just a guaranteed confusion. And confusion can get really annoying.
How do you get out of a confusion? What is
You gotta evolve or retreat.
Okay.
That's the only way. Unless you use a card that removes special conditions, but nobody uses those. Psychic!
Here we go.
Yeah, Tikatink, and Mankey, and Delibird, and Sabrod. That's always nice. And oh, look at that. It's ready to show Sudowoodo. And that's always nice too. Voltorb. And Sneasel. And Sableye.
Is this the last pack?
Nope.
Because
see.
hopefully it's not.
If your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by a special condition, it does 70 more. It's okay for 1 energy card. It's
Not
a basic
terrible.
Pokemon.
The Sableye, the older Sableyes were
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
problematic.
Oh, yeah.
Last
I have to hold it.
pack. You gotta hold it down the whole time? You can hold it down the whole time? Just pause. Not, you gotta let
Let's
it
find out what happens.
Here we go. Last code.
Fighting energy. I'm not sure that's a good sign, but let's keep on going. I have a love-hate relationship with fighting. That's nice.
That's cool.
It's slightly like the other one. It just works only pretty much just once a turn. It provides... You can attach it to a Pokemon without... You need more prize cards than your opponent, so you need to be losing.
Okay.
You need to attach it to an evolution Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box.
Okay.
And then it can provide 3 energies at a time.
Wow. But it's any kind of energy?
Yeah, it just provides just 3 of any type.
Okay.
But no rule box. It needs to be an evolved Pokemon, and you need to be losing.
Wow.
So it's kind of like a surprise. You can do that one with like the Luxray.
Okay.
Play the Luxray, attach it to it, and boom, 180.
Come on.
Therapeutic energy.
Here.
There's been a Lugia V-Star deck that's kind of showing up every once in a while. That uses a Snorlax and that. A Snorlax that sleeps itself, but the therapeutic energy doesn't let it fall asleep.
Oh,
so
wow.
you can keep attacking with it, and it hits for a ton.
That's crazy.
It hits for a lot. I feel bad for Choice Belt because it was so popular for a long time. Moment of truth. Quaxley.
Quaxley, what do you got for
We
us?
believe in you. We haven't pulled that one yet, so I guess. If your opponent,
we're trying to get a full...
yeah. If your opponent's active Pokemon is a Pokemon EX or Pokemon V, it does 100 more. So that's 200 damage.
That's not bad, wow.
No, it is a stage 1, so you have to evolve into it. It has 2 retreat costs. It's like,
you just, you throw up...
You can use, again, the energy from earlier.
What is the balloon? What is the...
One of the old air balloon.
Air balloon.
Yeah, that's gone.
I know.
Until further notice.
Yeah, it totally nerfed my deck. I was totally relying on those kind of things. All right, so
There's
we got
a lot of nice cards though. 2 Ionos, Iono is a staple everywhere. Like you need Iono, and that looks freaking gorgeous.
Which one of that one did you?
Man, that looks pretty.
Let's go back through and just look at
You
all the...
like water.
Check out all the hits.
Water and Psychic are my favorite ones, and man, those look pretty too. Man. And the trainer galleries look so pretty now.
They are beautiful.
Man.
Have you seen the Sudowoodo?
Yeah, I love it. It took me a few moments to figure out where it was. I'm like, where's it? Oh man, they did it!
He's blending in.
Yeah, that was amazing. I showed it to my wife as well, and we're just like, what Pokemon is in here? I'm like, look closer to your left. It's like, oh man, it's Sudowoodo.
It's not just an empty street.
Yeah, it was amazing. Like, I think that's the best trainer gallery in the whole set.
Double Pikachu.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'll be looking for one sometime. UX, no, it's okay. I can see its niche value. That one I can see it like doing something, and then its attack is not bad either. It hit for 120, and during your opponent's next turn, it takes 30 less. So your opponent needs to hit for 300 to one shot it. And then a Pokemon hit for 300. Like Chien-Pao would need 5 energy to do it.
All right.
Which is still not hard.
No.
Because we got Excalibur and you got Irida, and Irida searches for a water Pokemon and an item card. So you can search for Excalibur and Rare Candy, and then you just evolve it, and then you just go from there. So that's cool, though.
So if there is anything you see in our video today that you'd like, don't forget to claim it. You can go down in the comment section and claim it on the video. You can catch us on Discord. Look for me. I'm in the guy in the YouTube promos section. Let me know that you want it, and we will set it aside for you at Comix Cafe. You do have to be local to do that, and so we're showing favoritism to the local crowd when it comes to stuff we open initially. But we also have a TCG player page, and so if there's stuff that's been sitting around for a while, it's going to be on there. You can find it there.
You can find me in Discord as well. You can find me in the Facebook page. You can go to my No Less City Pokemon Gym Facebook page. So you can find me pretty much anywhere.
Yep. So we appreciate the time. Hope you have a fantastic Thursday afternoon. Do want to let you know, this was pre-recorded. And so if you are making comments, we appreciate you making comments while this is going. But just want to say, hey, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next Thursday. Well,
I'll be
see
back.
Maybe you'll be back.
That'd be cool.
right.
I'll see if I can come back. If people like it, especially. So.
All right. Yeah, post some comments. Tell us maybe your thoughts about the feedback about this episode. If you have any questions for the professor.
Yes, for me.
If there's a comment he made that you want to continue the conversation with, you can catch him on Discord, or you can do it in the comments. So
Or fix my Scarlet and Violet pronunciations, because I haven't played it yet.
So, all right, y'all. We appreciate you hanging out. It's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun.
Yeah.
Later.